You're not lazy. You're just undisciplined. Your morning is the mirror of your mindset. And if you wake up like a loser, guess what? You live like one. Want to reclaim your life? Then it starts with war. Every damn morning. This is how winners are built. Your life is a direct reflection of how you start your day. If your mornings are weak, your results will be pathetic. But if you want to rewire your mind and reclaim your destiny, it starts with morning rituals that command power, purpose, and precision. You want more? Then earn it before sunrise. 4:30 a.m. is not early. It's mandatory. It's non-negotiable. That time on the clock isn't about being a morning person, it's about being a warrior. You don't rise early because it's convenient. You rise early because that's when the battle begins. That's when the weak are still drooling on their pillows and the strong are already sharpening their minds, tightening their focus, and moving with intent. You rise. Because you understand something most people will never grasp. Every extra hour in bed is an hour you handed to your competition. The world belongs to the bold, and boldness doesn't start at noon. It starts in the dark, when it's cold, when you don't feel like it. That's the moment your mind tells you to hit snooze. That's the precise moment you look yourself in the mirror, metaphorically or literally, and decide what kind of life you're gonna live. Are you gonna roll over and let your excuses run the show? Or are you gonna get your ass up, plant your feet on the ground, and execute? Waking up at 4:30, isn't about some trendy productivity hack. It's about owning your day before it owns you. When you wake up before the world does, you create silence. In that silence, there is space for clarity, for reflection, for preparation. You're not distracted by emails, texts, social media noise, or whining from the world. You are alone with your mission. That's when winners calibrate their mind for domination. People say they don't have time. That's a damn lie. The time is there, it's hiding between the sheets. Most people just don't have the guts to reach out and take it. They sleep in because it's easy, because it's warm, because they're soft. And then they wonder why they're stuck in the same life year after year, broken, and bitter. You want something different? Then do something different. Set your alarm before the sun, not because it's fashionable, because it builds you into someone unrecognizable, to the person you used to be, someone disciplined, someone dangerous, someone who doesn't ask for motivation because they've already chosen commitment. While the sheep are sleeping, the lions are hunting. The early morning hours are sacred. There where deals are envisioned, bodies are strengthened, minds are conditioned, and empires are planned. You don't wait for the world to give you permission. You take it. You earn it. Every morning by rising before the noise, before the chaos, before the world even knows you're coming. That's how kings are made. Not in the spotlight, in the shadows, before the world wakes. The world doesn't care what time you get up, but you should. Because the way you start determines the way you finish. So get up. Not when you feel like it, when you said you would. Be the lion, be the one who hunts. Move your body, move your destiny. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a foundational law of the elite. Your body is the battlefield, and movement is the war cry. When that alarm hits and you drag yourself out of bed, you've already won the first fight. But what separates the dominators from the defeated is what happens next. You don't roll over, you rise up. You don't scroll, you squat. Every rep, every drop of sweat, every burning muscle is a message to your brain. I'm in control. I run this. You see, discipline doesn't start with mindset, it starts with motion. When your body moves, your mind wakes up. This is why the winners of the world don't wait for motivation. They manufacture it through action. You think they want to work out at 5 a.m.? Hell no. But they do it anyway. Because pain is the currency of clarity. You want focus? Then earn it. You want energy? Create it. That's what movement gives you. It builds the momentum to crush the rest of the day. And here's the brutal truth. The body you build is a standard you set for everything else in your life. If you half-ass your workout, you'll half-ass your business, your goals, your relationships. It's all connected. The discipline to push through that last rep, that final sprint, that crushing weight, it trains your mind to never tap out. That's what separates the lions from the lambs. And the best part, no one sees it. There are no crowds, no applause. Winners train in silence, while losers snooze and whine. This isn't about six-pack abs or gym selfies. This is about winning the inner war before the world gets a chance to test you. Because make no mistake, the world will test you. And when it does, you either show up forged by fire or you crumble because you chose comfort over conquest. Every time you break a sweat, you're casting a vote for the kind of leader, warrior, and creator you're becoming. Don't wait for life to knock on your door with an invitation. Charge out the gate with blood in your eyes and fire in your lungs. Run, lift, stretch, move. Whatever it takes to remind your body and your brain that you are the one in command. Not your feelings, not your fatigue, you. Because the man or woman who commands their body controls their destiny. Every morning's a chance to prove that, so get up, get moving, and turn motion into momentum that bulldozes every excuse, every doubt, every weakness that dares to stand in your way. Move your body and move your destiny. That cold water is your first enemy every morning, and you need to defeat it with ruthless determination. When that icy blast hits your skin, your body screams for comfort, for warmth, for retreat. But comfort is a lie. It's the enemy of greatness. It's the silent assassin of discipline. You want to rewire your mind and reclaim your power? Then you must freeze the weakness out of your system. Cold showers aren't just about hygiene or shock value. They are a brutal test of mental toughness, a daily war that separates winners from the crowd of quitters. When the cold water hits you, your brain reacts instantly. It jolts you awake. No more snoozing, no more excuses. The chill forces your mind into battle mode, firing up your nervous system like a fighter who just heard the bell. That discomfort triggers your fight or flight response, flooding your body with adrenaline and cortisol, pushing you into heightened awareness. This isn't just physical, it's mental warfare. Every second you stand under that cold water, you're training your brain to endure pain, to resist the temptation to quit, and to embrace challenges rather than run from them. Most people will never do this because most people live for comfort. They shield themselves from discomfort at all costs, wallowing in softness and excuses. They hit snooze, they stay in bed, they take warm showers, and they wonder why their lives don't change. But the truth is simple. If you want to change your life, you must change what you tolerate. Cold showers are your first line of defense against weakness. They build resilience, discipline, and mental clarity. They break the pattern of seeking pleasure and instead teach you to endure hardship with a fierce grin. There's something almost savage about standing under cold water, deliberately forcing yourself into a state of discomfort. It's a moment of control in a chaotic world. You are choosing to face what you don't want. You are training your mind to overcome instinctual resistance and push through pain. This rewires your brain circuits, conditioning them to crave challenge rather than avoid it. Over time, cold showers make you less reactive to stress, less prone to anxiety, and more focused on your mission. More than that, cold showers create a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your day. They sharpen your focus, boost your energy, and ignite your willpower. When you start your day by conquering that cold enemy, the small battles that come next feel easier. Decisions become clearer. Procrastination loses its grip. You gain momentum, and momentum is the mother of all success. Let me be clear, this isn't about some trendy life hack or gimmick. This is about forging ironclad mental strength. It's about proving to yourself every damn morning that you are not a victim of circumstances, that you are the master of your fate. That cold water is a crucible, a battlefield, where the weak give up and the strong are born. You want to reclaim your life? You want to rewire your mind for domination? Then freeze out the weakness, fight through the discomfort, and let that cold water burn away every excuse holding you back. Every time you step into that cold shower, you're declaring war on weakness. You're telling your mind, your body, and the world that you will not be stopped, that you will endure pain, embrace struggle, and come out stronger on the other side. It's a daily ritual of power, a mindset reset that says, I am a warrior. So take the cold plunge, own it, let it shock your system awake, because comfort is the enemy of kings, and only the relentless rise to conquer their day. Listen up, this is the single most important habit you need to own if you want to take control of your life and smash through every obstacle standing in your way. Every morning, winners don't just roll out of bed hoping for a miracle. They sit down, sharpen their minds, and write down their mission. But I'm not talking about some vague daydream or wishful thinking. I mean real, concrete goals, specific, measurable targets that demand action. Because here's the brutal truth. Dreams alone don't move the needle. Fantasies don't build empires. What builds empires is ruthless clarity, knowing exactly what you want and making a plan to get it. You've got to be militant with this. When you wake up, you have a choice. Drift through the day like a leaf in the wind, or take the reins and direct your life with laser focus. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't luck or talent, it's that ruthless clarity of purpose. You don't stumble into greatness by accident. You command it by setting the right goals every single morning. Writing down your goals is like drawing your battle map before going into war. It forces your mind to cut through the noise and distractions that plague most people. When your goal is clear, your actions become deliberate. You eliminate hesitation because you know exactly where you're going. This is how you program your mind to stay on track, to hustle harder, and to push past pain and resistance. Think about it. If you don't know where you're headed, any road will take you there. That's what happens to most people. They wander through life reacting to whatever comes their way, overwhelmed and directionless. But winners, they wake up and say, today I will conquer this specific mountain. They write it down, say it out loud, and then live their day in alignment with that mission. And don't fool yourself into thinking vague goals are enough. I want to be successful, or I want to get fit. Won't cut it. You need targets, specific numbers, deadlines, and milestones. For example, I will close X deals by Friday, or I will bench press X pounds by the end of the month. Concrete goals force you to measure progress and keep you accountable. Without that clarity, you're flying blind. Declaring war on paper every morning is also a mental commitment. It's you telling your brain that you're serious, no more excuses, no more distractions. This daily ritual activates your focused and disciplined muscle, which, like any muscle, grows stronger with consistent use. The more you do it, the sharper and more relentless you become. Plus, writing down your goals builds momentum. Each small win, checking off a task, hitting a milestone, fuels your motivation and self-belief. It becomes a positive feedback loop where success breeds success. You start seeing yourself not just as a dreamer, but as a doer, a creator, a relentless force. So stop drifting, stop hoping, stop waiting for some magical moment when everything will fall into place. That moment is now. Take out your notebook or your phone and write your mission down with brutal clarity. Define your battlefield, set your targets, and get ready to execute with savage precision. Because when you do this every morning, you don't just move forward, you dominate. You don't just live life, you own it. Winners aren't made by chance, they're made by choice every single damn day. Listen up. Your mind is a battlefield every single day. What you put into it determines whether you're a champion or a chump. If you're scrolling mindlessly through TikTok, binge watching useless news, or drowning in negativity, you're handing your brain a steady diet of garbage. That's poison. And poison will rot your willpower, your focus, your ambition. You can't expect to build an empire while stuffing your mind with junk food. The brain is a muscle, and what you feed it is what it grows into. Feed it laziness, distractions, and nonsense, and that's exactly what you'll become. Lazy, distracted, and lost. But you want more than that, don't you? You want to dominate. You want to be the hunter, not the hunted. You want to rewire your mind for power and success. That means you have to starve your brain of everything that holds you back. The noise, the negativity, the weak-minded nonsense, and instead fuel it with strength, wisdom, and relentless drive. Stop giving your brain permission to waste time on petty distractions. TikTok isn't your friend. The endless scrolling, the cheap laughs, the hollow entertainment, it's a trap designed to keep you small. The news? Mostly doom and gloom, fear-mongering designed to freeze you in place, not propel you forward. Cut it out. If you want to feed your mind, feed it something that sharpens your edge, not dulls it. Surround your brain with the voices of killers, not literal killers, but people who have achieved, who have fought and won in the real world. Listen to their wisdom, read their books, study their moves. These are the people who don't complain or make excuses. They take responsibility, they push limits, they execute, absorb their mindset until it becomes your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. So make your thoughts powerful, relentless, and unstoppable. Speak affirmations every damn day. Don't just say I'm good or I'll try. Say I am a warrior. I am unstoppable. I conquer every challenge that stands in my way. Say it loud enough that your mind believes it. Affirmations aren't just words. They're mental commands that reprogram your brain to operate at a higher level. The more you say it, the more you become it. This isn't about positive thinking, fluff. This is about domination. Mental domination over every distraction, every fear, every excuse. You starve your brain of junk and feed it with domination. You fill it with clarity, with purpose, with focus. You build mental muscle until distractions don't stand a chance. They bounce off you like bullets against armor. It takes discipline, brutal discipline, to shut out the noise and focus on feeding your mind the right fuel. But discipline is what separates the winners from the wannabes. Winners don't waste their mornings on garbage. They fuel their minds with power, with knowledge, with action. They prepare their brains to conquer before the day even starts. Remember, your mind is your most valuable weapon. What you feed it each morning sets the tone for your entire day, your entire life. Feed it junk, and you'll become junk. Feed it power, and you'll become unstoppable. The choice is yours. Starve distractions, feed domination. That's how you win. You don't need more time, you need more balls. You don't need another hack, you need a standard. Morning rituals are the blueprint of beasts. Rewire your mind, reclaim your power, and remember, emperies are built when the world sleeps. Are you the builder or the built?